What up, people? It's your boy, Master Chudy, out here with another comic review. Last week, I missed getting Red Hood and the Outlaws, so I got it yesterday, and I gotta give my review because this is the best rebirth title out there. So I got Red Hood and the Outlaws. We got hashtag squad goals, and it works in this case. Despite that, it's still a great issue. It's still kicking out the park. People say that the last issue was a little bit iffy. I kind of liked it, but I can understand why. But here we are. First of all, let's look at the cover. Cover's pretty nice. You see the Red Hood. You see them dictating their current predicament. The Outlaws are in Belle Reve, and we see the shadow of Harley Quinn. Hiya, dolls. Welcome to the fun house. So there we go. So let's begin. We start off. We see that a former Robin rises from the grave. A would-be Wonder Woman falls from grace. A fractured replica of the Man of Steel. Together, they are Red Hood and the Outlaws, and we got squad goals. And we see that we got Scott Lobdell on the writing, and he's been hitting out of the park. We got Dexter Soy. I just followed him on Twitter. He's got good stuff too. Veronica Gandini on the colors. Taylor Esposito on the letters. Lazy letters, classic colors, awesome art, witty words. We got Mike McCone and Romulo Fajardo Jr. on the crazy cover. Gwilym March is on the variant cover. Brian Cunningham is the Glorious Group editor. And Robin Levin is the exceptional editor. So they did pretty good. They did good. They did good. So here we have Red Hood is chained to a chair. And we see like so. You're the Red Hood, eh? Scourge of Gotham? According to legend, you came out of nowhere one night and started lobbing heads off into double bags. Ah, throwback to the movie. Made a name for yourself taking on Black Mask. I guess I'm supposed to be shaking in my boots, mate. But when I look at you, I don't see an outlaw. I only see a punk. And of course, you see Captain Boomerang here. And Jason here is under heavy security. He's got his mask on, so it's nice to see him have another mask. So you see that come and get a closer look. And then we see apparently one of Belle Rive's representatives, a nerd, if you will. He's like, please, Mr. Boomerang, it's Captain. Please, Captain Mr. Boomerang, you're just here to observe. We've only been authorized to interrogate the inmate. And then Captain Boomerang is like, no, he ain't no inmate. He's a guest in our homie institution for now. And then we see that, answer me this, Hoodie. You're a crime boss. So why in the hell wear a Batman symbol on your chest? We just see Red Hood is like, cuz. That smart ass. Cuz why? And then we just see the whole crew get electrocuted by Jason's basically outfit. And he's like, just cuz. Yeah, and we just see, what do we do, sir? He's like, kill him. Kill him now. And we just see Hero etched onto the chair. So that's awesome. But of course, Jason makes quick work of those two and be like, hey, buddy, why don't you unlock my cuffs here? And it's like, right away, but you know that everybody's going to come here and like, you can't leave this place because you're in like the most secure facility in the world. It's like, yeah, I don't care. But Jason soon realizes that, yeah, I'm secure, that I have to get out. And he took Captain Boomerang's boomerang. So he's like, he's right. Belle Reve is as high security as they come. Only the most powerful or most dangerous are shipped here. Which is why Batwoman and her crew must have felt this was the best place for the outlaws after our fight. So he's like, yeah, we showed them a thing or two. And he's like, should I have mentioned we secretly fight on the side of angels? That the outlaws are just a cover? That even Batman is mostly okay with it? Like, probably. But I didn't like their attitude. So here we are. Meanwhile, the alarm is going off, and we see Harley Quinn saying, oh, whoop, whoop. I hate the whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop roughly translates to someone trying to escape. But let's concentrate on the task at hand. It really felt like we were on the verge of a breakthrough, and here we are she's playing psychiatrist to Artemis right here. And Harley's drawn very well as Artemis. So we just see, where were we? All right, you just started talking about your mother. How you never felt she was there growing up. And she's like, you're so freaking annoying. I didn't say anything like that. Then she's like, I'm pretty sure you did. And she's like, no. Did too. Are you in a doctor? Mostly. Are you in an Amazon? And she's like, yes, I am 100% Amazon. And she's like, name dropper. It's like, I can't be the only one who finds you tiresome. And he's like, yeah, hardly annoying. And she's not even taking notes. She has a ticked off Artemis here, Bizarro, and of course hearts around Jason, which is interesting. But of course, Harley's like, Yon, you're boring me. You don't cry, you don't beg, and you don't give me any of the answers I need to learn. What makes you tick? My boss wants to know what your boss is up to. And then Artemis is like, I don't have a boss, Harley. Me neither. But I do have someone who has her finger on the brain bomb she planted in my head. Tomato boss. So it's like if you're not going to respond to my Jungian psychoanalytic exploration of past behavior's impact on future aspirations, and we just see her take out this her huge hammer like some type of Final Fantasy RPG ish. It's like I'm going to have to find a less subtle way to examine what's inside your head. And of course, Artemis calls her axe, cuts the ropes, and then we just see I am not surprisingly overly concerned. And and she's like, wait, where did you get this axe? And but she still says like, nice axe. It's like I need to go. Artemis like I need to go find my teammates and go. So let's do this. And Hardy's like, fine with me. Either way, I don't get paid. So we see a nice action shot of the two powerful women about to hit it off right there, about to throw down. Meanwhile, Jason is still in the freaking hallway trying to find his way to get to his teammates. So he's like, that sounds like Artemis's blade. And then we just see some guards run up. He's like, she and I have to find Bizarre and get out of here now. Task Force S is as black ops as it gets. The worst criminals in the world enlist against their will to clean up a dirty government's dirtiest work. Exactly the type of part-time gig that would derail everything I'm trying to do with the Outlaws. So he's like, I ain't about to work. I ain't about to be a Suicide Squad member. And we just see all the guys coming like, freeze, Red Hood, throw down your weapons or we'll terminate you with extreme prejudice. And he's like, oh, jinxies, I was going to say the same thing to you. And then he's thinking, except I made a promise to Batman I wouldn't kill much. So he's like, yeah, maybe I'll just stretch the rule a bit. Not that I'd slaughter a half a dozen guys just doing their jobs. Then, of course, like, well, oh, look out, man, oh my god. And then we just see Artemis take down the opposition, looking very elegant with her axe. And she's like, Artemis, how'd you escape? And she's like, how did you escape? It's like, that's fair. But seriously, how did you escape? And she's like, are you kidding me? Right now, if you escaped, why would you think I wouldn't be able to get away from Harley Quinn? And it's like, what? You just totally took on Harley Quinn by yourself? And you're fine? And Artemis is like, she's a lunatic with a hammer. Why on Mother Earth would I not be fine? And Jason's like, I had a few sessions with him. And she's like, you're not me, Jason. We need to focus on finding Bizarro. More than you realize, the lady behind the Suicide Squad implants bombs in inmates' heads. It's to coerce them. If she brings Bizarro to her side, and then Jason's like, not gonna happen, eh? And then, of course, like the first time they discovered Bizarro was a genius, with surprised look, we see Bizarro fancying a spot of tea with Amanda Waller. It's like, well met, my compatriots. Director Waller and I were discussing our relationship over tea and these delicious mayo and cucumber sandwiches. You must simply try one. And then we just see Bizarro's like, Amanda, you know Red Hood and Artemis. And she's like, yeah, I certainly know of them. They ain't worth anything. And then Jason's like, ready to the point, like, give me one reason why I shouldn't put a bullet through your head. And then Bizarro's like, yes, that Red Hood, always joking. And he's like, you don't get it, B. She's responsible for more pain and suffering and death than you can imagine. And then Amanda Wallace like says the red sheep of the Bat family. And then Artemis like, really, Bizarro? You made common cause with this witch? And then we just see Bizarro's like, oh, not precisely so. You see, my advanced intellect being what it is, I postulated any intrusion upon my cranium would not be best use of the unique resources I am able to provide to her endeavors. I'm more useful to them if they don't inject nanotechnology directly into my head. And Amanda was like, your friend is right. And I always imagine her being voiced by CCH Pounder, who did Amanda Waller in the Justice League. She is Amanda Waller. But back to the review, like, your friend is right. My group isn't really known for its Brainiacs. And Jason's like, yeah, I bet she's thinking, I gotta capture Brainiac. So, meanwhile, Bizarre explains to them that he shared with Amanda Waller an interesting observation when he was scanning the facility with my microvision. I couldn't help but noticing subatomic tremors, most often associated with log-theorized precursors to the apoplectic shifting of the Earth's tectonic plates. And then Jason's like, I don't feel anything because you're not a teacup, Red Hood. It's like, okay, there's that. It's like I checked with the dubious scientific institutions around. While she checked with the dubious scientific institutions around the globe, I ran a planet-wide diagnostic on the onboard computer I built into my suit this morning. Jason's like, you built an onboard computer this morning, and then we see that Bizarro has a map of the world showing certain types of points. It's like there are 4 underground installations built into the Earth's crust with futuristic technology that currently doesn't exist. That alone would be alarming. But one of those contains a power source for all 3, has fallen to a state of neglect. And then he explains that there's a threat. Miss Waller was kind enough to confirm these bases were called colonies and were the dominion of a hateful creature known as Harvest. He had dedicated his time-traveling resources to establish the organization Nowhere, which was designed to capture the next generation of metahumans and conscribe them into servitude. And of course, Jason gets on Waller's case saying, so you knew about this and you did nothing until you found somebody until they did your recruiting for you. And then Amanda's like, man, I ain't saying nothing. You ain't got nothing on me. But Bizarre's like, focus, Jason. If we don't shut down the unstable core, and soon Earth will be no more. I offered our assistance in the matter. It's like, I'm sending you 3 with members of my team to shut the colony down. You come back door alive, I'm fine either way. So that's the wall for you. Meanwhile, as they're prepping for the mission, we see that I'm still a little unclear on this, Bizarre. How does any of this help with an undercover war on crime in Gotham City? This doesn't feel like a mission creep to you? And Bizarre's like, on the contrary, but we can't accomplish your worthwhile goal if the outlaws are incarcerated and are forced to work for the authorities, such as they are. It is only because we've not been formally convicted that Waller hasn't implanted her neurodisruptors. And then Artemis is like, yeah, I wish he tried, but I have to agree with Jason. Bizarre just confirms, like, you trust me, don't you? And then Jason is like, of course. But Artemis, still the warrior she is, she's like, yes, for the moment. Maybe I'll see this tomorrow. Meanwhile, we see the rest of the Suicide Squad roll in, getting ready to go. We have Killer Croc, Captain Boomerang, Harley Quinn, and Deadshot. And then we see Croc, Kid. So Jason and Killer Croc do know each other, of course. So, basically they're getting ready to save the world. Bizarre is ready to key in the coordinates for the mission. It's funny because Harley Quinn is like, oh, this is going to be fun, I can tell. And we see that Artemis is like, you do recall that you tried to smash my brains in. It's like, oh, please, that was almost 10 minutes ago. And it's like, okay. And then, of course, Bizarro thanks Amanda Waller for the opportunity, that we're better off free than working for you. And Amanda Waller's like, is this what you think this is about? Then we see them, or thanks to Bizarro's interdimensional doors that he installed, they're already in the Arctic. And it's like, let's talk about that if you come back. And then we just see everybody freaking out because it's cold. It's like, what the frosted flakes? Give a mate some warning, eh? It's like, right? I would have worn my insulated bloomers. And then Artemis is talking to Jason, and I thought you complained a lot. And Jason's like, me? When do I complain about anything? And nice way to end it on a light note until we get to the mission. And then we see the next issue, Crap Storm. So, another solid issue of Red Hood and the Outlaws. It is what it is. They do good work. I'm happy for it. And I look forward to more issues. Number 17. Support Red Hood and the Outlaws. Buy the book. So, thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notifications. Make sure you're notified so that you can get these videos when they come up. Once again, I do these reviews for you, the people, because I want to do good comics. I want to review good comics such as this, and we can have a good discussion. Once again, thank y'all for watching, and have a nice night.